The highest energy density battery you can currently buy on the market is not a Tesla 4680 battery cell, as most people know. It's CATL, or CATL's condensed battery. The condensed battery has an energy density of 400 watt hours per kilogram. That is enough, as per Elon Musk, to use those batteries and to turn a gas or petrol powered airliner into an electric, basically an electric jumbo jet. And they actually exist. You can buy electric jumbo jets now with the condensed battery from CATL. 400 watt hours per kilogram of energy density. That's amazing, right? That would mean if you put that battery into an EV, today's EVs, you'd get more than double the range. If you put that battery into a BYD Atto 3 or a Tesla Model Y standard range, you would get double the range, approximately double. That's incredible, right? You're looking at the Atto 3 would now have about 900 kilometers of range. Model Y, similar range, probably about 1,000 kilometers. But that's nothing in comparison to this new battery that Japan says it has. Now, Japan's saying it has 820 watt hours per kilogram of energy density in their new batteries. That is more, significantly more than any solid state battery we have seen any plans to produce so far. Now, the theoretical energy density of solid state batteries is much, much higher than that, but that's purely theoretical. These batteries, therefore, if they are real, would absolutely change the game for Japan. Japan is way behind when it comes to battery technology. Sorry, but they are. It doesn't matter if you're a Japan apologist. They are. That's a fact. They're behind when it comes to electric vehicle motors. They're behind, to be honest, when it comes to software, autonomous driving. They're really behind when it comes to everything and EVs. There is really no way that Japan have any advantage over anyone. They don't do gigacasting. They don't do structural battery packs. Toyota will be doing gigacasting. They actually apparently took delivery of gigacasting machines recently. Big, massive 9,000 ton gigacasting machines. But they're really following, aren't they? They're following Tesla. They're following other Chinese automakers. These batteries, though, if Japan can mass produce these, then China has nothing. China has nothing in this at this energy density. The United States has nothing like this. South Korea has nothing like this. This would give Japan one key, very powerful point of difference over their rivals. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Could this be the future of the industry? Well, I don't know, guys, but I sure as hell would love these batteries in my car. I mean, I'd love them in any car. That would be amazing. Now, speaking of EVs, guys, I just want to, every time I talk about EVs, I always think, how do you charge your EV? Well, can you use solar to charge your EV? If you're not doing that, why not? Do it. I've just got a massive solar system on my roof. It's amazing. And Resync Solar were the company that did this. Their after-sales service, their just everything, their attention to detail has been phenomenal. So I've actually asked them. I've said, guys, can you potentially give viewers of the channel a bit of a discount if they mention they watch the channel? They did give me a bit of a discount as well. Now, I don't make any profit from this. There's not a referral fee or anything like that, but they have told me they will. If you click on the link in the description, I'll put a link to Resync Solar, who did my solar system. I just want to give them a shout out as many times as I can because I really appreciate the phenomenal job they've done for me. Batteries in Japan. Okay, Japan does manufacture quite a few batteries at this point in time. Are they good? The batteries that they manufacture there, well, Panasonic makes batteries in Japan. They're really the biggest battery company in Japan. And Panasonic used to be one of the biggest battery companies in the world. They're not anymore. BYD and CATL are a fair way ahead of Panasonic. Now, even Samsung are as well. Panasonic, though, I mean, they are a pretty impressive battery company. And they are going to make 4680 battery cells for Tesla using the dry electrode coating process. They're going to improve energy density of those 4680 cells by, they say, around 5% by using silicon in the anodes. That's good, but it still would only get the energy density of a Tesla 4680 cell to around 300 watt hours per kilogram, which is great, but it's a lot less than 820. Now, intriguingly, these batteries that the Yokohama National University have demonstrated actually work would be, well, people are saying they're a promising alternative to nickel and cobalt-based batteries. No, they're not. These would just change the game. I mean, honestly, even if these batteries were twice the price of everyone else, even if they were twice the price, they would still destroy the industry. They would. I mean, let's be real here. if you've got batteries with 820 watt hours per kilogram, as long as they last, long enough, as long as they're going to give you 500,000 kilometers or, 300 plus thousand miles of actual driving, as long as that happens, then, tripling the energy density of your batteries, if you pay double the price for that, that's a really good deal. That's going to make your EV extremely light. It's going to reduce the weight of your car by probably 500 pounds, 250 kilos. This would be massive. The entire car will be lighter, more efficient. This would be just absolutely game changing. Now, I hope this works, because that it would also mean that solid state batteries, as I've been predicting, are pretty much always going to be dead in the water, except for in super, super expensive supercars and very, very high end cars. I really don't think they're ever going to be a thing. The approach to these batteries is very intriguing though, because it's similar to Tesla. For years now, Tesla have been working on adding manganese to their batteries to create ultra high energy density. Now, where does the manganese go? It goes into the anode. Apparently that makes enables this kind of insane energy density. So like I said, Tesla have been working on that as well for quite a long time. EV manufacturers have been using nickel and cobalt batteries for many, many years. Recently, they've been kind of moving away from that and starting to manufacture much higher energy density compared to what they used to be, lithium iron phosphate batteries. So the latest generation lithium iron phosphate battery is the most energy density battery now that you can get in that sector is 205 watt hours per kilogram of energy density. Now, compare 205 versus 820. You can see what I'm talking about here, right? Lithium ion batteries, though production now is predominantly China. I mean, China produces around 70%, I believe actually 75% now of the world's batteries. Manganese, though, in these new batteries apparently has been used in a kind of a unique way. After extensively studying lithium manganese O2 batteries in various forms using X-ray diffraction, scanning electron microscopy, and electrochemical methods, researcher Naoki Yabuchi and his team at YNU found that a monoclinic layered domain, whatever that means, I'm not sure, sorry guys, activates the structural transition of lithium manganese batteries to a spiral-like phase. A monoclinic system is a type of group symmetry of a solid crystalline structure. Now, this improves the electrode material's performance by facilitating the phase transition. Without the phase transition, the lithium manganese O2 electrode has suboptimal performance. With the phase transition, they're mind-blowing. Here's what the researchers said. From this finding, nanostructured lithium manganese O2 with the monoclinic layered domain structures and high surface has been directly synthesized using a simple solid state reaction. The reaction has no intermediary steps and can be directly synthesized from two components using a calcination process. Now, all this is basically gobbledygook. What it really means is that this reaction will have occurred by the time the battery is produced, essentially. Post-synthesis testing revealed that a battery with a lithium manganese O2 electrode reached an energy density of 820 watt hours per kilogram compared to a 750 watts per kilogram obtained with a nickel-based battery, basically using this same technology, but using nickel for the anode instead of manganese. Only lithium-based batteries have an even lower energy density of 500 watt hours per kilogram. So using the same chemistry techniques, the energy density is significantly lowered if you use only lithium instead of using manganese in the anode. The researchers actually said to Interesting Engineering that manganese, when used in other polymorphs, typically shows half the energy density capacity. So that's kind of intriguing here. They're saying that by their way that they're using manganese in a different, basically just a different way, it's enabled the energy density of the battery to double, which is quite an incredible claim. And to be honest, I am a little skeptical. It sort of sounds a bit too amazing. Previous work using manganese reported a voltage decay in batteries. That's been the challenge, voltage decay, as in battery longevity challenges. It means voltage output dropped over time, reducing the electronic device's performance. But with these new with these new electrodes, the researchers did not observe degradation like they did previously. So it seems as though that problem may have been solved. Manganese dissolution, either due to phase changes or a reaction with an acidic solution, though, can still occur. That's their problem they've still got to overcome before this is mass produced. The press release added that the researchers plan to address this using a highly concentrated electrolyte solution and a lithium phosphate coating. The researchers are confident their work has contributed to developing a new offering that is competitive with existing options, sustainable to produce, and environmentally friendly in the long run. They look forward to commercializing their EV technology in the industry. Realistically, they say this: we have found a very cheap methodology and it is an important finding of our study. Keyword study. This is not a production-ready battery. A lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people are saying it is. It's not. This is simply a research battery. They have not made anywhere near, they haven't made a prototype yet of this battery. So we're in the very, very early stages yet. This battery is probably 10 years away from hitting the market. Will it hit the market in 10 years? It potentially could, but keep in mind, it's possible that other battery chemistries, lithium iron phosphate batteries, hybrids using manganese in their cathode, their energy density is increasing as well. There's many different types of batteries on the market right now where we're seeing constant improvements in energy density of those batteries. By the time this battery does hit the market in 2035, I honestly think Japan's automotive industry will be so decimated, they're going to struggle. Realistically, at that point in time, it's a good chance that if this product is commercialized in Japan, they'll just be selling it to Chinese manufacturers who will own most of the global automotive industry. Now, don't get me wrong. Please don't send me hate mail. I'm not saying that's what I want to happen. It's not good for the means of production to be based in one country predominantly, but that's likely to be what's happening. If you just look at the industry, have a look at the cost of producing EVs. Have a look at what Xpeng's new EV is, $16,000. And they're saying they can profit on this vehicle, which is the same size as a Tesla Model 3. We're looking at cars now being manufactured using gigacasting structural battery packs, lithium iron phosphate batteries that are much more advanced over previous generations at incredibly low prices, advanced software. It's just the industry. I don't see how the industry can keep up, especially when we consider that these Chinese manufacturers are willing to sell below cost for as long as they need to in order to get rid of their rivals, to consolidate the market, to consolidate power. Look at it. Same thing happened with solar, right? There used to be all these solar companies. Now there's only really 3 big ones left in China, and they dominate most of the world's solar panel output. Probably similar things will happen in the automotive industry. That would mean, in my opinion, that it's a bit too late for Japan. This battery, you'd hope it might save Japan. Panasonic could get the rights to it. Maybe the Japanese government could sponsor this and they can start mass producing these batteries. But honestly, it could all be a little too late. That said, I hope it becomes a thing. Fast track it. Japanese government, put a few $100 million into it. See if it'll work. It's a Hail Mary, but it might just pay off. Thanks for watching.